Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. I am Mathermar and we're continuing with our journey walkthrough. We're now on map 2 of 4 in the Divine Sanctuary, battles 341 through 345. Before we get started, if you would please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Alright, let's get after it. Battle 341. Okay, this one took me a bit. I'll fully admit that. I had to go through a few times to get the placement right. I was not able to get a bomb to that soul pylon effectively just because the warhounds are too quick. So I'm using the assassins to take that out. This lower one, however, the bomb bot is effective at doing that. I was not able to come up with a really good solution for making this draining spirit disappear, so I just figured I would try to power through by having the battle drummer and the paladin. The draining spirit does melee damage, so the battle drummer helps to mitigate that, as well as the paladin to heal through. So there's a ton of risen warriors all through the back here. So what I figured that I would do is I would start at the top, come through and clear down all the way down through, and then you'll notice that this group of risen warriors is closer to the front, so it's going to pop up here. So I'm going to be able to clear all the way down and through, and then just come back in a loop up through and around. So the assassins take out that soul pylon, bomb bot that soul pylon. The Death Knight's not going to be a huge threat just because I'm going to have my battle drummer carrying everybody through, and I've got some really high damage with the dire wolves buffing these warhounds. So again, stars of the show are going to be the battle drummer and the paladin. Let's let it run and see how we do. Okay, soul pylons resolved. Now we just got to grind through everything. Okay, coming down, looping around, and you'll notice that draining spirit does do some damage over time, but it's not enough to really be that big of a deal. I did have a note on there, paladin interchangeable, but that may not be accurate. You may need her to help sustain you through that draining spirit. Okay, 342. Alright, here we have two sets of thorn guards that make it very difficult to get those storm callers. Then we've got 3 crystal spires, 2 earth elementals, and a bomb bot. So this one, I'm just going to let the map do half of the work for me. I've placed everything way back here, which is going to force all of these units to come to me. So the bomb bot's just going to zip through, nothing's going to be running down there, the thorn guards are really slow, so even when the bomb bot runs by, they're just going to kind of blip down just a little and then keep moving forward. So we've resolved the bomb bot just by putting nothing in its path. The storm callers, we don't have to worry about trying to kill them with assassins with a funky placement. We're just going to let them come right up to us and let the barrier monk that I've got back here do the heavy lifting for that. So the storm callers are going to be resolved with all these ranged units that I've got. The crystal spires are just going to sit there. They can't move, so they're just going to have to wait until all this other stuff moves forward and I grind through that, and then I'm going to be able to come after those. I have no healing units, so I'm just depending on that battle drummer to keep everybody alive long enough and for the ranged units to do their work. So let's let it go. Okay, bomb bot's just going to sail by. Stormcaller's going to stand there shooting the barrier monk shield. We're just going to get nuked. There we go. Stormcaller's down. And now feel free to twiddle your thumbs or whatever you do to pass time while we wait for the rest of this to grind through. The earth elementals are immune to fire, so the Ember Fiend's not going to do much for them. It's more there for the Thorn Guards to do the percentage-based damage for them. Alright, and now that we've hit Frenzy, the Arcane Archers are really going to crank getting those Crystal Spires down. Pew pew. Alright, 342 down. Let's move on to 343. Okay, this one, I've got the note there, not pretty, but it works. So we've got these assassins in the back. We're just going to totally disregard them. We're just going to send our units right into the fray, just have them burn through, and by the time these assassins have run from all the way back here up to where we're at. They're going to appear, and it's going to be very easy to knock them out. We've got our battle drummer in here. He's going to be doing most of the heavy lifting here because, a lot of melee that we're going to be up against. We've put our assassins in such a way that the top assassins are going to start clearing through these archers. And I started them here because these ones are going to stop sooner because they're going to be the closest ones in range, and it's going to be easier to clear through. Whereas if you were to start them down here, they're going to be chasing, so it's going to take longer to kill. So you want to put them at the closest ones, have them start working down. These ones I put on the battle drummer. The battle drummer is such a huge asset on our side. It does the exact same thing on the other side. So I've set the assassins to take that drummer out, and then I'm going to be the only one with a drummer, and I'm going to be able to just grind through. Now, I don't have a paladin. I just figured we're going to drop the 3 points for the paladin and just add a bunch of extra swarm units and just grind through. So that was my thought process for this one. Let's go ahead and let it roll. Okay, drummer goes down. Archers are getting grind through. Death Knight doesn't last long because I'm able to just blitz right through that front line. And here's where it gets a little ugly, but it's not terrible. It just takes a while to grind through. Again, that battle drummer's saving me a lot of damage. So yeah, you could maybe switch out 3 of those units for a paladin and it might work just as well, but whatever floats your boat. Okay, 344. Ranger's Trap. Okay, we've got a clump of very powerful units back here with a very unfriendly mind corruptor, sorry. We do not like those, so we're just going to stack our assassins to where they're going to pop up and just kill all of this junk. We've got a druid, a monster hunter, the mind corruptor, a frost wizard, and a phoenix. So I've decided that I'm just going to try to avoid all of these mind shrooms entirely by placing everything on the way back. We've got a Crystal Spire and a Arcane Archer here as a contingency plan. So in the event that the monster hunter does survive all of this and comes all the way through and down here, it's going to run into a freezing trap and get frozen, and the Crystal Spire can just nuke it. We don't have to worry too much about that because I think the plan A works well enough where the bombs have plenty of runtime, everything else is running forward, and they end up meeting here instead of having to worry about the mind shrooms. So yeah, double assassins are going to clear up a fair bit of it. There goes the druid, the mind corruptor, frost wizard's gone, and everything else runs into the bombs. I dig it. All right, let's do 345. Okay, Sewer Behemoth. So here we've got a Devourer, we have 4 groups of Plague Bearers, we have 2 Giant Toads, and a Stormcaller. So my thought process for this one, I just want to knock out some of the biggest threats as quickly as possible. I've set these 2 bomb bots to take out that Devourer. So that's kind of my biggest priority because I've got a lot of light units in here with those Warhounds, and I don't want them to pummel them in one shot. They might be able to take 2 hits with that battle drummer backing them up, but I just wanted to get rid of it, just delete it, and then we have less to worry about. These 2 bomb bots here, they're not as powerful as these ones. I didn't have enough to get them all to level 8. So we're just going to use those on the lower health units because they can clear those out just as well. I've placed them slightly back from the front line so that the Warhounds are a little bit further ahead, and that's going to cause both the Giant Toad and the Stormcaller to shoot those instead and to cause the Chain Lightning to go through around those bomb bots. It's also going to make it to where the Giant Toad grabs one of them and allows the bomb bots time to run through and blow up all that junk. So then it's just a matter of clearing through the rest of it. I don't have a paladin. I figured it was better just to stack some more melee units and let it grind through. So let's let it run. Okay, poof, poof. There went the top toad and the Stormcaller as well as the Devourer. And now it's just a matter of grinding through. My units get hit with Plague, which then turns around and gets that Giant Toad, causing it to attack slower, which allows it to die faster. So, yeah. All right, well, there it is. That was 345. Let's go ahead and call it for now. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And check out the commandtable.com where we have tutorials, raid strats, and in the near future we'll be adding merchandise and a comic strip. Thanks for watching. We'll have more for you soon.